Hey, this is Mark Roy with SomebodyCaresAmerica, and we are down in Ingram, Texas, which is just between Kerrville and going down toward Hunt. And just had a powerful day today as far as getting stuff done. It's always amazing to watch how God brings all these relationships. I mean, we had a contractor that one of our friends met in Bernie, and from Bay City, Texas. And anyway, and he heard about us through our friend, and then they come down here. But all it is just all these connections of people coming together. And God, every day we just have those testimony of God's provision. And today we will, by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have 3 houses that have been fully sheetrocked, insulated, and ready for us to go to tape and texture. That's going to begin tomorrow. And so we're making great progress.
And we've had a lot of people coming in to see what's really happening. And Mark, I guess a lot of people hear about the long-term needs, and so they're coming out and talking to you and talking to us about looking at how would we help not just this community but far beyond here in the long-term grief and trauma as well.
Absolutely.
And even today we had some state troopers come by looking to do a welfare check on somebody from one of the homes. Wanted to show a picture, say, is this her? Yep. They were happy that was happening. So we were able to minister to them, give them out first responders and law enforcement devotionals, and then other people coming by from all over the country coming in to serve. And we still have one guy named Bill. Tell me Bill, who's from Scotland.
Bill's a guy that 3 months out of the year, he's from Glasgow, Scotland. And we had a Church of the Woodlands was over here over the weekend building this beautiful shed back there that they're building. And he just showed up. He heard about what we were doing. He was a skilled craftsman, and he actually has an RV and a truck here. And he comes and he stays in this area 3 months out of every year. And he came and was working with the guys, and then actually extended his stay here to continue to work with us, just to volunteer. And
so he asked the Woodlands Church, he goes, it was one day he came to work with them. He says, well, can I stay on longer? So I said, well, talk to Mark.
Yeah, so we've had him, and that's just how God's done it. It's just like there's volunteer people, and of course we're in that point in the rebuilding stuff that we do need a lot of tradesmen, people that know what they're doing. And so even with all our sheetrock stuff, you don't want me hanging sheetrock, but so we've actually hired a local crew that gave us a really great price on getting this stuff done. So for about $4,600, we can get the sheetrock and get all the hanging, texture, and all that stuff, which is really, really crucial for us to take next steps in getting the houses completed.
So I got to tell you a warm, fuzzy story. I guess it's not the right word, but one of those God stories. And so we noticed the other day that Bill from Scotland was actually taping up his shoes because he didn't have proper work shoes. And so Mark and I were talking last night. Mark goes, well, let's go get him some shoes. And then it got late. And then you went out first thing this morning and got him 8.5 size work boots. And the first thing he said to me when I jumped out of the truck here, he goes, I can't believe it. Everybody's so kind. And he said, Mark brought me these boots. And he's been telling everybody about these boots that Mark got him. And then all of a sudden these people came to San Antonio with these specialty hats only made for those who are actually serving out here, not to buy any hats, but they came to give them out to those serving and gave them a hat. He goes, everybody's just so kind. So God's just ministering to a lot of people that may not normally be churched, but they're seeing the body of Christ being a light in the midst of these difficulties, is drawing people to the one that we all serve.
Right. And one of the things, you can feel a shift going on. Here we are, we're starting this is my 3rd week started here. And, the situation is, the way I'm describing it now, it's going to get local and it's going to get hard. And that's when a lot of energies come in. It's starting to go out of the news. But what's really been good, like last night, Doug and I met with the local business owner, Christina, and just an amazing lady. And then we have local church partners, Oak Hill Church, up in San Antonio, Woodlands Church. And we have people that are really buying in the long-term stuff. And so this is not a matter of weeks, it's a matter of months. And we're just continually watch how God just provides it. We are so thankful for all of you. We're thankful to Mercury One. I'm thankful to Phil Jackson, which is a local pastor at First Assembly of God, that's bought so many materials. And all it is just everybody's coming together and we're doing what we can do. That little ends up getting multiplied. And
Pastor David Robbins,
Yeah.
who is the pastor at the Sanctuary Church, giving us his facilities, this property, and that's where we brought in our friend Tim Bolton, dropped off some incredibly beautiful shower trailers and toilet trailers.
Yes.
So everybody's working together in these kinds of difficult times. And the awareness of the reality of this, though, as we were coming back from across the creek earlier today, and we saw all the search and rescue emergency vehicles and cadaver dogs, they're still finding people. And so that's the reality right across the road here of what's still going on. So we're trying to give some element of healing and hope to people, but at the same time, the reality is it will be a long time for people to go through the process because so much trauma and so much pain.
Yeah. But, and that's just it. It is a long term. And, I was meeting with one of our volunteers ladies, Shelby, and she's a school teacher. And she said, yeah, we start school in 2 weeks. So life keeps moving on. But as I always say, is that it's the redefinition of the new reality. This place will never be the same, never be like what it was, but it can be something new. We get to play a little part. You get to play a little part. You may not be able to. We know everybody can pray. We know some people can come or go, and we know some people that can give. So we're just grateful for everybody's generosity. 2 weeks of relationship with. And it really almost becomes like a pastoral thing, So you go, hey, Billy, how you just talking to people. How you doing today? And just a lot of these people are processing a lot.
And the long term is we brought in a lot of our comfort bearers. We have amazing stories about how that's brought just a semblance of hope to people. But also we brought in a lot of the first responders and behind the badge law enforcement devotions. We're with the State Patrol right now. We're with others that are working in the whole community. They're loving them, and they're asking for them because a lot of our first responders are also dealing with PTSI,
absolutely,
post-traumatic stress injury, and this will be a long-term thing. They're hard on the outside, but they are watching and seeing so much, and they're processing a lot too.
So, man, on behalf of all our team, all our Somebody Cares partners and other partners, church partners, we're just so grateful that we get to literally be. We want to be the hands and the feet of Jesus. Sometimes that's a shoulder for someone to cry on. And we're just really blessed that we're able to hear and serve.
And your pastor was out here today too.
Yeah, Doug Robbins from City Tribe Church, been very gracious. And again, it's just like, the whole principle of synergy is if you can maintain unity in the midst of diversity. We've had different denominations. It doesn't really matter. We're here for one task, and that's to help rebuild hope and rebuild homes in this community.
Thank you, everybody.